Hi guys, Sliders here, bringing you this game review of Kid Icarus. I thought this was a fun platformer and I like the ancient Greece setting. I also thought the character of Pit was instantly recognisable, but I did think this game was very hard, so I stopped playing. But that was probably because I wasn't very good at NES games. Well, I hope you enjoy this review of Kid Icarus. Kid Icarus is an action platform video game for the Famicom Disk System in Japan and the Nintendo Entertainment System in Europe and North America, first released in 1986. The story revolves around the protagonist Pit's quest for three sacred treasures, the Mirror Shield, the Light Arrows, and the Wings of Pegasus, in order to rescue the Grecian-style world of Angel Land and its ruler, Palutena, from the Queen of Darkness, Medusa. Medusa was banished to the underworld by Palutena and transformed into a monster because of her jealousy towards humans. She launched a surprise attack, stealing the three sacred treasures, and imprisoned Palutena deep within the Sky Temple. The player controls Pit across many levels which contain monsters that leave behind hearts when they are defeated, obstacles and items. Pit's main weapon is a bow with an unlimited supply of arrows that can be upgraded with 3 power items. The guard crystal shields Pit from enemies, the flaming arrows hit multiple targets, and the holy bow increases the range of the arrows. However, these upgrades will only work if Pit's health is high enough. At the end of each level, Pit's health can increase if the player has collected enough points. Throughout the game, Pit can enter several types of chambers. Stores and black markets offer items in exchange for hearts. Treasure chambers contain items. Hot springs restore Pit's health. And in the training chamber, Pit will be awarded with one of the 3 power items if he passes a test of endurance. The game is divided into 3 stages: the Underworld, the Surface World, and the Sky World, with each stage encompassing 3 unidirectional area levels and a fortress. The areas of the Underworld and Sky World stages have Pit climb to the top, while those in the Surface World are side-scrolling levels. The fortresses at the end of each stage are labyrinths with non-scrolling rooms in which the player must find and defeat the gatekeeper boss. Within a fortress, Pit must buy a check sheet, pencil and torch in order to guide him through the labyrinth. The hammer can be used to destroy stone statues which free flying soldiers that will aid the player in the boss battle. For each boss that is destroyed, Pit will receive one of the 3 sacred treasures that are needed to access the 4th and final stage, the Sky Temple. This last stage abandons the platforming elements of the previous levels and becomes more akin to a scrolling shooter. Kid Icarus has multiple endings depending on the player's performance. Palutena either presents Pit with headgear or transforms him into a full-grown angel. Kid Icarus was designed at Nintendo's R&D1 division and was primarily developed for the Famicom Disk System, because the disc card media allowed for 3 times the storage space of the NES's console cartridges. Not only could the floppy disk save the player's progress, but it enabled the developers to create a longer game with a more extensive game world. The disk system was not released in the Western world, so a cartridge version was released instead for the NES, featuring a password system that players could use to access later parts of the game. Kid Icarus marked Toru Osawa's debut as a video game designer, and was initially the only staff member working on the game at the beginning of the project. Osawa wanted to create Kid Icarus as an action game with role-playing elements, and so wrote a story influenced by Greek mythology. After the completion of Metroid, more staff members joined the Kid Icarus team in order to speed up development of the project, which finished production just 3 days before the release date. Music was composed by Hirokazu Tanaka and features compositions in the style of the Grecian setting. I really thought the music added to the gameplay experience and contained many rousing pieces, particularly the opening theme, which gives the sense of a hero setting out on an arduous adventure. I also like the story's links to Greek mythology. It gives the story scope, and the fantasy setting creates the sense that anything can happen, no matter how fantastical or far-fetched, and the level design reminded me of The Legend of Zelda, which is never a bad thing. That being said, this game was very hard. Like most NES games at the time, you really had to push on if you wanted to complete the game. It's a shame that the game's progress could not be saved onto the cartridge in the same way that the FDS discs could, although this shouldn't have been a problem since other games like Zelda could save the player's progress onto the cartridge. I also thought the quest to find sacred treasures was a bit formulaic, though many games could be accused of the same offence. All in all, Kid Icarus is a fun platformer with enchanting level design, an engaging fantasy world, which hopefully is not forgotten about. Well, that was my review on Kid Icarus. If you like what you saw, please leave a comment in the section below, as I like to hear what you have to say on this game. Hit the thumbs up button, and if you're new to my work, please subscribe. Well, until next time, peace out guys.